Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Once again, thank you to everyone who watched the previous videos, liked, shared and subscribed to this channel. Well, I'm here today after nearly 3 weeks and a little more than that because I've been pretty unwell, but now since I'm back, I hope to be able to upload videos regularly with more grammar lessons. And today, like the previous videos, I'm going to try to make this within 10 minutes. So today we are going to be discussing the future indefinite tense or the simple future tense and the purpose, why is it used, some rules and examples and a little bit additional information in the description box. So please watch the entire video and let us start. So what is the simple future tense or the future indefinite tense? Well, in the simplest terms, the simple future tense or the future indefinite tense refers to activities or events that have not yet taken place and are about to take place or occur at a later time in the future. The timing of the activity that is supposed to happen at a later time in the future may be indicative and does not require an exact explanation. Okay, so that is the simple future tense. Now, the second question that might arise here is that when do we use will and when do we use shall? Traditionally, based on some proper authorized texts, which I'm not going to mention here, but yes, everybody is free to search Google and find out more in detail. Well, we generally use shall with the first person pronoun or subject I, and we tend to use will when we refer or when the other personal pronouns are used like we, they, etc. Another fact to note here is that shall is generally used for intent when we are trying to explain an intent, whereas will is more in a sense of determination that there is certainty that an activity or an event is going to happen or occur at a later time. So that is what the concept of will and shall is about, and I've tried to make it as simple as possible. I hope that you guys can relate to it, but in case there is confusion, please look up the information in the description box to clear your doubts. So moving on to the rules for shall and will and how we are supposed to use the assertive or affirmative sentence rule, which is rule number 1, is going to be subject plus shall or will plus verb in first form plus connector plus object. So shall or will is the auxiliary verb that we use here, and as I said, traditionally shall can be used when you want to indicate an intent, and will can be used when you want to ascertain or make sure that you're talking about something that is definitely going to happen. And then again, the subject that we combine shall with would be I, whereas will can be combined with the other personal pronouns. So subject plus shall or will plus verb first form plus connector plus object is rule number 1 for simple future tense or future indefinite tense as we refer to it. Now, I shall go to the market afterwards. I will go to the market afterwards. No, we can say we, you, they, he or she will go to the market afterwards. Afterwards refers to an indicative future time, but I have not made an exact mention of the time that the activity would be taking place. So that is rule number 1, assertive or affirmative sentence, future indefinite tense. Next rule is the negative sentence rule, which is subject plus shall or will plus not plus verb first form plus connector plus object. So I shall not go to the market afterwards. Whereas we can say you, we, they, he or she will not go to the market afterwards. So that is rule number 2, negative sentence rule, simple future tense. Moving on to rule number 3, the interrogative sentence rule. So here, shall or will would be placed at the beginning of the sentence, which is going to be a question, followed by subject, which is going to be your pronoun, I if it is shall, and the others if it is will. Then verb in first form plus connector plus object and question mark. So interrogative rule number 3 is shall or will plus subject plus verb first form plus connector plus object question mark. Shall I go to the market afterwards? Will you, we, they, he or she go to the market afterwards? So that's rule number 3. Moving on to rule number 4. Shall or will plus subject plus not plus verb first form plus connector plus object question mark. So shall I not go to the market afterwards? Will you, we, they, he or she not go to the market afterwards? So that is rule number 4, interrogative negative. Moving on to rule number 5 and 6. Both these rules have question tags, and that can range from why, when, how, where, which, what, and more. Everything that's part of the WH family. So, question word plus shall or will plus subject plus verb first form plus connector plus object question mark. So, when shall I go to the market? And why will he, she, they, you or we go to the market? You can add afterwards, later, anything like that. And that completes rule number 5, which is interrogative with question word. Moving on to rule number 6, which is again interrogative negative with question word. So question word plus shall or will plus subject plus not plus verb first form plus connector plus object and question mark. So why shall I not go to the market afterwards? Why will he, she, you or they not go to the market afterwards? So that is rule number 6, interrogative negative with question word. And in the case that we use it, we can have our sentences somewhat like this. It will rain later in the day. It will not rain later in the day. Will it rain later in the day? Will it not rain today? When will it rain today? Why will it not rain today? So I hope that I've managed to clear any doubts that you might have. For additional information, you can look up the description box. And yes, I've managed to complete this within 10 minutes. So I hope you guys find it useful. Thank you for watching.